Star Wars Celebration 4. Action.
Dan and John Snyder really sort of independently came up with the idea of doing some sort of an event prior to episode 1. And my boss at the time thought, well, let's just do FanFest, and I want to do them in 5 cities on the same weekend. Jim was brilliant, and he's still brilliant, but not very practical on things that he doesn't have to do himself. But Dan and I talked, and Dan said, we've been thinking about that too. And we came up with that great idea, and I think we went through a bunch of names. I think we had a list of 47 names. You could be at the Star Wars Fan Festival, the Star Wars Fan-orama, they got worse. But I think it was John who initially came up with the idea to call it a celebration. Star Wars, well, yeah, but that doesn't say it's an event. But we convinced Jim and Jim Ward, who's now president of LucasArts and executive vice president of Lucasfilm. And but we were a little late. We were starting late because by the time everything got resolved, it was less than 9 months before the convention, and Dan wanted to do it in Denver, as I agreed, because we'd never done this before, and he wanted to do it where he had his comfort level, his home base, and his team, had a big team there. And so he started looking around for locations. And when he called one day and said, I found a location. It's an abandoned Air Force base. But they've got, one of the hangars has been converted into this really cool museum with old planes and everything. And you got and the space around it. And we can't use any of the other buildings. We can pitch tents, and one thing led to another. And we just went out, and Dan, it was Dan's money, and it was Dan's company on the line with that one. And he was as committed as he could be, and it was like, it wasn't stupid, spare the expense, but it was pretty close, because he wanted a quality event, and that's what we got, despite literally, what the Weather Service called the 50-year rains, once in every 50 years in Denver. Tents like we had don't normally leak. But through it all, it was a tremendous experience. And it really started the whole thing. And each celebration, we hopefully managed to improve and improve. And I think really, from what I've heard from nearly everybody, the fourth time is the charm. We finally resolved the problems of 6-hour lines, which tore my heart out. People waiting in line for action figures and missing some of the best program that we could put together. And we said, okay, we've got to figure this out. And the fan club benefits, well, you got in an hour early. Unfortunately, since so many fan club members were there, by the time the line got down an hour, people got in an hour early, but there was still 3/4 of the line while the other guys started getting in. So, that compounded the problem with the store line, the 6-hour line, not in the Stouffer Concourse Hotel, but in a real convention center that people wouldn't feel crowded and all smashed in, and enough space to do everything we wanted. And I think as Dan and I were just chatting, as has become obvious, more and more of the activities are generated by the fans, and that's the direction we're going in. That's what Mary and I really want. That's where we get our best ideas. From fans like Jay Laga'aia, who came up with the idea of Star Wars celebrity, which I thought initially, as I told Jay, who thankfully isn't listening now.
I can hear everything.
You want to do what? Oh, okay, we're a little late. Okay. Well, we got an outpouring of videos on YouTube, and Jay made the selection for the final 12. we had a blast yesterday. I'm so excited Mary asked me to be one of the judges. It was wonderful. The contest was won by a 17-year-old kid who came out. He looked not a day over 12. I still don't believe he's 17. He came out just, you know, skinny as a string bean, mop-up hair, you know, rimmed glasses, and he had this big guitar with a little extension for a mouth harmonica, and I thought, okay. But as my mother always taught me, you know, things aren't always what they seem. He sat down and started singing with him, playing the harmonica and playing the guitar. It was magical. It was just magical. And then it turns out afterwards I said, well, who wrote the song? Yeah, I did. And he was so, you know, he was no ego, and all the judges like totally agreed. He won first place, which was something that I really wanted to. I know Jay wanted it.
He was just fantastic.
He was amazing, and then when we announced the winner, you know, everybody was applauding, and when we announced the first prize, you know, he started applauding too. I don't think he realized that he had won. It's moments like that that make these events really special for me. It's meeting all you guys personally and shaking hands and meeting babies in Chewbacca costumes, youngsters in clone captain costumes and Princess Leia costumes, and you know, 10 years ago, the smart people actually wore costumes at Celebration 1. The rest of us got wet and froze. And then I promised that things would be a lot different at Celebration 2. They sort of were, and then Celebration 3 in Indianapolis in late April, early May. It snowed. Yeah! The night, snow and sleet, the night that people were waiting in line to see George. When I explained to media about, you know, what the thing is, well, why do all these people come here? You know, 30 years, I mean, most of them weren't even born. And I say, it's the sense of camaraderie. It's being in a community. And that's what we all love about Star Wars, and that's what we all love about you. Thank you very much.
Hey there, Star Wars fans. This is Dustin Roberts, Star Wars Fan Club President, here at the last official Star Wars Fan Club breakfast for Celebration 4. I've got with me events manager for Lucasfilm, Mary Franklin. And Mary, I just want to say thank you for letting Official Picks take over the license for Fan Club breakfast, so that we can take them out of state now, California, and have them across the U.S. for fans at other conventions, worldwide or just in the U.S.?
Wherever you want to take them.
Wherever we want to take them. So be looking forward to a fan club breakfast in a city near you soon. Thanks, Mary.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We really thank Official Picks for taking over these breakfasts. We know they're going to do an awesome job. They did an awesome job with these at Celebration 4. And we look forward to seeing you at the next one.
I'll be there. Jay, thanks for coming out to the official fan club breakfast today. We appreciate you entertaining us and signing autographs. It's a pleasure, and we hope we can have you back again sometime soon, okay?
Well, it's been a pleasure for me. It's always good to see the fans, and I am always, my door is always open, so just knock it twice, though.
All right, thanks, and have a good day, buddy.
Not a problem.